Let's pay respect to the triple gem together before class starts. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhaṃ Bhagavantang Abhivātimi Sawāgāto Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammaṃ Namasāmi Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Saṅgho Saṅghang Namami Andamayang Buddhassa Bhagavato Puppapakanamakaraṃ Karomase Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
Very good score. Okay, everyone. Today, to start, I want to talk about something called acronyms. Acronyms, this sounds like a very complicated word, but actually it's just going to describe a shortened form of a word or phrase. So for example, when we talk about NASA actually has some meaning. So NASA, N means national, and A means aeronautics. Aeronautics means like airplanes or something to be flying in the air. And S means space, and A means administration. So NASA is an acronym. It's the name of the company, but it's also an acronym. So this is what an acronym is. It's going to have some meaning. And so there are many examples of acronyms that we use every day, and they will often simplify a long organization name or make something that's very long. They'll shorten the word. And for example, scuba diving, this activity where we put the oxygen on our back and we can go inside the water. We call this scuba diving. But scuba has a meaning. So scuba means self-contained. So SC, self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. So this is SCUBA or scuba. Yeah, and so this self-contained means the tank here, and underwater means that this can work underwater, and it's a breathing apparatus, and apparatus can mean machine. So it's a self-contained underwater breathing machine. Yeah, so scuba is an acronym. And same with radar. Radar is an acronym. Radar, we use a machine like this to try to find, sometimes people will use it in military to try to find the enemy. And we just call this radar, but it is also an acronym. It means radio, detection, and ranging. But there are many acronyms that we use every day. And we can look at some examples. So can anyone guess this acronym, LOL? Does anyone know?
Laugh out loud.
Laugh out loud.
Great job. That's right. Laugh out loud. How about ILY? ILY. Or sometimes it's ILU. Any idea? Yeah, it means I love you. ILY or ILU can be I love you. So yeah, these are acronyms because these each mean a word, and we can expand these out to bigger words. This one is quite popular today. We can see this everywhere on YouTube and social media. SMH. Does anyone know this one?
Shake my head.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, shaking my head. Shaking my head like this is shaking your head. Like disappointed in something. People will say SMH, shaking my head. And younger people, the kids will always come up with new acronyms all the time, and it's difficult to keep up with with everything that they're saying. How about NVM? Does anyone know this one?
Never mind.
Never mind.
Great job. Never mind. And how about this one? YOLO.
You only live once.
Yeah, very good. You only live once. So maybe this is a different view, different philosophy from Buddhist philosophy. You only live once, but people will say this to try to encourage people to take a risk. Like, you only live one time, man. You should do it. You should go travel. YOLO. How about LMK?
Let me know.
Let me know.
Good. Let me know. Let me know. How about BRB?
Be right
Be right
back.
back.
Yeah, very good. And last one, G2G.
Government to government.
Close. This is got to go. Like
Oh.
and then go, got to go.
Got to go. Oh.
Yeah, so some of these, like I think G2G, this one is maybe a little bit old, but oftentimes if you are texting to someone, or you're just typing maybe an informal email, sometimes people will use these acronyms if they're feeling too lazy to type everything. Okay. Okay, so on the next slide, we will try to make our own acronym. So I'm going to give us some words and we can try to make our own acronym. Yeah, I'll give you an example first. So for example, F, U, and N, if I had to make some acronym about FUN, and I try to keep the theme of fun, so I might do something like friends, yeah, because friends can mean, friends can be fun, and you might be like understand, or friends are understanding, or nice. So friends, understanding, and nice can be a acronym for fun. So we just have some letter here and try to think of a word to match the letter and try to keep the theme. Okay, it might be difficult. Let's try this one. Happy. Can anyone think of a good word for H? Has to start with the letter H and maybe keep the theme of happy or positive.
Home.
Yeah, there you go. You can say like home. We have H. And how about A?
At.
Yeah, you said at. Very good, yeah. And how about P?
Peace.
Peace, very good. And one more P.
Top.
There you go. Very good. And Y.
You.
Very good. Okay, so I think we had home, at, peace, pub, and you. Very good. That was a good acronym for happy. Okay, and I have one more that's going to introduce us to our topic today. Okay, so let's try to make an acronym for suffering. can we think of? Maybe this one is opposite of happy, can be something not so good, negative. Something.
sad
Yeah, very good. Sad, that's a good one. How about you?
ugly
Ugly, very good. Sad, ugly,
fake
fake, very good.
false
False,
อ๋อ
mm,
earn
Emotion.
error
Emotion.
error, very good. Yeah, erosion, very good. I like those ones. How about R?
rubbish
Rubbish, very good. Yeah, that's a good one. What I like I or
itchy
isolate
oh, that's a good one. Isolate, yeah, isolate or itchy. Yeah. How about N?
no negative
Negative, very good. How about G?
get
Very good. Yeah, get. Very good. Yeah, so we can kind of come up with our own acronym for suffering. And okay. So any questions about acronyms? Yeah, the meaning of acronym is what we saw when we have some word, but actually it has a meaning. It has a definition. That's an acronym. But there's another word that is similar to acronym, and it's called abbreviation. Abbreviation means we just shorten a word. For example, doctor. Do you know how we shorten doctor?
DR
ER.
DR, yeah. And oftentimes we don't write this word, but it is a word, Mr.
MR
Yeah, MR. It's an abbreviation for Mr. And sometimes they would write Mr. MISTER, but oftentimes we just write MR. Very good. Great job, everyone. Okay, so today our topic is going to come from this book called Love Changes Everything. And the chapter that I got our reading from is about the 4 noble truths. So the 4 truths about unhappiness. Okay. Does anyone want to? We have just a little bit more reading than normal, but it's not too much. Does anyone want to volunteer?
me
Okay, sure.
Suffering is part of life. No matter how much time has passed, human problems remain fundamentally the same. We need to know these truths if we want to do something about our suffering instead of living like a helpless victim of circumstance. And if we are to take a permanent exit from suffering, we need to know where it comes from and what we can do to stop it. หลวงพี่เนมิทรอนค่ะ
all suffering in this world is rooted in ignorance or avisha in Pali, which in turn gives rise to an array of defilements such as greed, anger, jealousy, delusion, craving, infatuation, arrogance, conceit. Whenever one of these poisonous feelings arises, it serves as evidence that that person's mind has at the time หลวงพี่ หลวงพี่วัชรพงศ์ครับ
Time lost charity, brightness and happiness, unnecessary and unhealthy. Thinking is usually the cause as the irritatory stir the otherwise peaceful mind. That is why meditation is the answer for all kind of emotional ailment, whether it is grief, anger, despair, depression, disappointment, infatuation, hatred, or heartache. พี่จินนี่ครับ
The moment the mind comes to a complete standstill, all kinds of emotional wounds, past and present disappear in an instant. Even if you still face the same problem in the physical world, such as being unemployed, betrayed, cheat, or emotionally neglect. พี่ธิดาค่ะ Oh no, okay. You will feel as that what is thought is does not matter. ค่ะพี่ธิดาค่ะ
You can literally separate your mind from the problem, external circumstances, and feel happy no matter what. Now that the mind has rested, refreshed, and clarified, it becomes fully energized and able to take on any problem with calmness and confidence. With that super healthy state of mind, you can make a much better use of your mental capacity and knowledge to solve the problem little by little.
Very good. Great job, everyone. Okay. Does anyone see any vocabulary words that are difficult?
Many words I see. The first one is
Say again one more time.
Infatuation.
Oh, okay. Infatuation. Yeah, we'll talk about that one. We'll talk about
defilements.
Defilements can be like defilements can be like these words. These are very, very not good things like greed, anger, jealousy. These are something that is called defilements. They are bad things. So when like if we have defilements, it just means something bad. But then when he says an array means like many. Array normally we use with light, so almost like a light beam or many sections of these bad things. And so defilements just means bad things. And when they say such as greed, anger, jealousy, delusion, craving, infatuation, these are all this bad thing or defilements. See anything else? I see up here they use the oh no, this oops. It says no matter how much time has passed. Yeah, no matter how. Okay. Okay, we can come back to this too if you see something else or think of something else. So our first vocabulary word is fundamentally. Everyone, can we say fundamentally?
Fundamentally.
Very good. And I just use this picture here for our example. So fundamentally, it means that at the very core of something, or the very purpose of something, is what fundamentally means. So for example, for this example sentence, Thai language and English language are fundamentally different. It means that there's nothing similar about Thai language and English language. It's a different alphabet. If you know the English alphabet but you don't know the Thai alphabet, then when you see these symbols, that's what they look like. They just look like pictures. And the opposite is true. If you only know the Thai letters but you don't know the English letters, then these will just look like symbols. And so they are fundamentally different, because we would think that the basic level is the alphabet. So at basic level, we have to understand what these letters mean, what our alphabet means. So this would be a fundamental level, is the alphabet. And if we say they are fundamentally different, it means at the very basic level, they are very, very different. So fundamentally can mean like the core or the base of something. So everyone, can we say this sentence right here?
Thai language and English language are fundamentally different.
One more time, can we say fundamentally?
Fundamentally.
Very good. Yeah, and so here in our passage, they said suffering is part of life. No matter how much time has passed, human problems remain fundamentally the same. So we all have these same problems because we're all humans. For example, he could be talking about, your hunger. Every human is hungry, thirsty. We all need to sleep. We all need to use the toilet. We all get old. And these are all basic things. So these problems, they are fundamentally the same. Like we might have different problems, but the same kind of human problems. We will have the same problems even though we have different lives. We all have these fundamental problems. Okay. And next is rooted. Rooted. Everyone, can we say rooted?
Rooted.
Very good. And when we say this word rooted, we can think about a plant or a tree, and the bottom part of the plant that goes into the ground, we call these roots. So if you have a flower up top on the ground and the bottom part that drinks the water and goes into the ground, we call these the roots. And so when we use rooted as a verb, we are thinking about something is going to be stuck into something else. And so I use this picture for our example sentence. Being vegetarian is rooted in Indian culture. So something about Indian culture, maybe their religion, but many Indian people are vegetarian. And so we can say being vegetarian is rooted in their culture. Or maybe an Indian person, if he is asked, are you vegetarian? He might say, yes, being vegetarian is rooted in my culture. It means it's very deep. It's very deep inside my culture. Okay. Everyone, can we read this sentence?
Being
Being
vegetarian
vegetarian is rooted in Indian culture.
One more time, can we say rooted?
Rooted.
Good. Yeah, so for our passage, he said, all suffering in this world is rooted in ignorance. So the suffering is very deep with ignorance. Okay, suffering is rooted in ignorance. Okay, and next our word infatuation. Everyone, can we say infatuation?
Infatuation.
Very good. So infatuation, another word that we can use for infatuation is lust. But this just means like a very strong feeling or a very strong craving for usually another person. Usually we use infatuation like love, but it's not love. It's just a short time love. You feel like that woman's so beautiful, and I think I love everything about her. Like almost obsessed can be another word. But usually infatuation, people will say you're not in love, you're just infatuated. And this is a popular cartoon. This animal is called a skunk, and this is a cat. But this skunk thinks that the cat is a skunk, and he is famous for being infatuated with this cat. And so oftentimes we use infatuated like in love relationships. So for this example, he had developed an infatuation with the girl. So infatuation can be a noun. It's a thing that we feel. Infatuation. So it can be like lust or obsessed or a feeling like love, but actually it's not love. It's very intense, but only for a short time. Okay. Everyone, can we read this sentence?
He had developed an infatuation with the girl.
Good. And you know, I said we oftentimes use this with love relationships, but you can use it with other things like maybe you have a new hobby, or you are infatuated by some new series or something, almost like obsessed. And so one more time, can we say infatuation?
Infatuation.
Yeah, so an array of defilements such as greed, anger, jealousy, delusion, craving, infatuation. Yeah, it's not a good thing, because this is like wanting. Infatuation is a very serious wanting of something. And so he listed this as defilement. Okay. And next, literally. Everyone, can we say literally?
Literally.
So literally means to, when you read the word or hear the word, you are going to understand the word for its real meaning. Okay, and I'll give you some examples here. So we might say, oh, with my new phone, I can take thousands of pictures. And you might, when you hear me say thousands of pictures, you might think he's not serious. He just means many, many, many pictures, but not actually thousands of pictures.
Okay.
But if we say literally, we mean, yes, actually thousands of pictures. So we don't mean many, many, we're using the word thousands for the real meaning when we say literally. So you can literally store thousands of pictures. It's not a metaphor, but it's the true meaning when we say it.
the true meaning จริงๆแล้ว literally with iPhone you can literally store a thousand of pictures.
Everyone, can we say this sentence?
With the iPhone, you can literally store thousands of pictures.
And one more time, can we say literally?
Literally.
And so here he says, time lost, clarity, brightness, and happiness. Unnecessary and unhealthy thinking is usually the cause, as it literally stirs the otherwise peaceful mind. So it's a little bit difficult to understand when he says literally, but the next word is stirs, which can mean like to stir like this, or it can mean to maybe confuse, can confuse your mind. So unhealthy thinking is usually the cause, because unhealthy thinking literally stirs the peaceful mind. So if you have a peaceful mind and then you start unhealthy thinking, it might literally make you change your mind. Okay, everyone, one more time okay, maybe not. I want to talk about the opposite of literally. The opposite of literally is figuratively. Everyone, can we say figuratively?
Figuratively.
Good. And so figuratively is the opposite of literally. It means we are speaking like a metaphor. We don't really mean what we say. So for example, we can say, his face turned as red as a beet. Figuratively speaking, of course. So a beet is like a fruit or a vegetable, and it's a very, very red color. And so maybe sometimes when people blush or they are stressed or scared, their face might turn red, but his face is not red as a beet, but it's just very red, but not the same color. If it's the same color as a beet, maybe he might die. But they said figuratively speaking, so that means we don't mean literally the color of a beet, but we mean we're using beet as a metaphor. It's just similar, but not exactly like a beet. That's what happens when we use the word figuratively. And so people will use this phrase figuratively speaking. So you can say, oh, my friend, he is so rich. He is as rich as Jeff Bezos, figuratively speaking. So you're just saying, not literally the same amount of money, but just he so close. I'm using Jeff Bezos as a figure, or speaking figuratively. So literally and figuratively are opposites. Okay, everyone, can we read this sentence?
His face turned
as
as
red
red
as
as
a
beet.
Figuratively
Speaking, of
Of
course.
course.
Okay, very good. And one more time, can we say figuratively?
Figuratively.
Yeah, and this figuratively was not in the passage. I just wanted to include it because it's the opposite of literally. And we might use these words quite often. Maybe if you don't understand someone's meaning, if you think, oh, someone's overacting, you might say, do you mean literally or figuratively? If you ask them this question, it can help you understand what are they over exaggerating or not, if you're not sure. Okay, and next is neglected. Everyone, can you say neglected?
neglected
Good. And so neglected is an adjective. It's going to describe something. And so neglected can mean something that hasn't been taken proper care of. Like if you water your plants, if you give your plants food and water, your flowers, maybe you give your flowers food and water, and if you forget and they look like they are dying, your flowers are dying, we might say, oh, I am neglecting my flowers. And oftentimes we use this word with animals too. We can use it with animals or people or anything. But for this example, the animals look like they have been neglected. So they look like these animals, they haven't eaten and they look dirty. They look like maybe someone forgot to take care of them. And so we can call this neglected. Okay, everyone, can we read this sentence?
The
The
animal
animal look like they have been
neglected.
neglected.
One more time, can we say neglected?
Neglected.
Yeah, and so he said, even if you still face the same problem in the physical world, such as being unemployed, betrayed, cheated on, or emotionally neglected, you will feel as though it does not matter. So emotionally neglected, maybe someone they're not giving you attention, or maybe they don't care about you, and maybe you feel like, oh, why you don't care about me? Yeah, this can be emotionally neglected. Okay, anyone have questions about those vocabulary words? Okay, we can go to the next part of our reading. Okay, does anyone want to volunteer?
Okay, me.
Sure.
Some problems don't need solving at all because they disappear the moment you decide to emotionally let go of them. Letting go takes practice. It is a skill worth developing and sharpening throughout your life, because you will always come across event that require you to let go and get over fast. It pays to build your letting go muscle before you need it. Lack of this skill equate emotional ailment, the kind of illness that you can avoid and that only you can heal yourself. พี่มุกมณีอยู่ไหมคะ
อยู่ค่ะ
ค่ะ
Then they are problems that are outside your control, such as a political situation, a natural disaster, or legal changes. They are solutions to almost all problems in the world, or at least ways to bypass them. Since most problems can be solved, there is no point worrying. Likewise, you should not waste energy worrying about what cannot be solved. มีใครอยากอ่านต่อไหม Any people next volunteer?
Okay, from the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutra, we learn that the Buddha told the 5 ascetics 4 truths about suffering that he discovered from his enlightenment. It's worth learning about these truths because they affect everyone everywhere every day.
พี่ธิดาค่ะ
First, dukkha. This Pali word means the arising and staying of suffering. Dukkha is the nature of life on earth, meaning everyone experiences physical and emotional suffering of varying degrees throughout their lives, from mild displeasure to grave unbearable pain. หลวงพี่นมิตรลนค่ะ
Okay. Dukkha can keep arising as long as one remains subject to rebirth. Thus, those who cease to be subject to rebirth, Arahants also cease to be subject to dukkha. Arahants are fully enlightened individuals, live in a continuous state of unconditional happiness because they have totally destroyed their sources of suffering for good. After passing, they live in permanent bliss in Nibbana.
Good, great job. Okay, anyone, can you see any words here that are confusing? I think it's amazing that Per pronounced this word. This looks very, very, very scary to me. There are so many M's and K's and P's and T's. My gosh. Okay. Okay, everyone. So that finishes our reading for today, because I wanted us to look at this first of the Four Noble Truths. So this one. Okay. So the vocabulary in that equates. Everyone, can we say equates?
Equates.
And equates can be a verb, because we are going to say something is the same as something else or equal to something else. So for this example, if we want to compare Thai baht to US dollar, we can say something like this: $1 equates to 33 Thai baht. So it is almost the same as saying $1 equals 33 Thai baht. And so we can use equates as like equals, or we can use it as means, like equates. Like 1 plus 1 can equate to 2. Okay, everyone, can we read this sentence?
$1
Equates to 33 Thai baht.
Very good. And one more time, can we say equates?
Equates.
Very good. And so here he says, lack of this skill equates emotional ailment. So if you don't have this skill, it means the same as emotional ailment. So he's using equates here as a formal or fancy way of speaking, because you don't have to use this word. You can use many other words. Lack of this skill will cause emotional ailment. You can use other words other than equates. But if you see this word equates, just know that it can mean equal. Like 1 plus 1 equals 2, or 1 plus 1 equates to 2. So it just means equals. Okay. And next, bypass. Everyone, can we say bypass?
Bypass.
Very good. And so bypass, there are many different meanings, but one meaning is to go past or to go around. So maybe we can use this if you have a problem. For example, is there a way to bypass this tax payment? And so, yeah, this is a good picture. If you have some problem here and they are going to go around the problem or bypass the problem, and you might say, are there some, is there a way to bypass this rule? Or can I bypass this new law? Or some companies, they want to bypass their own tax laws by moving their company to another country. And this is a way to bypass paying taxes. Okay, everyone, can we say this sentence?
Is
That
there a way to
bypass
bypass this
tax
tax
payment?
payment?
One more time, can we say bypass?
Bypass.
Good. Yeah, and here, so he says there are solutions to almost all problems in the world, or at least ways to bypass them, yeah, or to go around them. So you can solve them with solutions, or you can go around. Okay. And next, this is a difficult word, aesthetic. Everyone, can we say aesthetic?
Aesthetics.
And this is a word that I don't see very often, but if you are a Buddhist practitioner, you might see this word often in books and in reading. And so this means a person who practices severe self-discipline. And so it looks like this man, it looks like he doesn't eat very often, and maybe he doesn't shower very often because he is very serious about his self-discipline or his practice. So for example, we can say here he lived a quiet and ascetic life. And so this might be talking about some monk or someone who is very focused on their self-discipline. Okay, everyone, can we read this sentence?
Here he lived a quiet and ascetic life.
Good. One more time, can we say ascetic?
Ascetics.
Very good. And yeah, so he says, from the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, we learn that the Buddha told the 5 aesthetics for truth. So five people that are very serious about their discipline. And I think they called them the 5 aesthetics. Okay. And next is varying. Everyone, can we say varying?
Varying.
Very good. And varying means to change in size or change in amount or change in degree or change in nature. Yeah. So for example, we know about a new strain of COVID-19, and we know that each new strain is interesting because it has a new symptom or it will change in degrees. So some people might say, if you get the new COVID virus, you feel more sick, or you might have a new symptom, or it changes in degree because it's easier to catch this new virus. So we can say the different COVID strains are giving varying symptoms. Like the symptoms are changing, can be very small, very serious. Yeah, they are varying or they are changing. Okay, everyone, can we read this sentence?
The different COVID strains are giving varying symptoms.
Good. And one more time, can we say varying?
Varying.
Very good. And so he says, meaning everyone experiences physical and emotional suffering of varying degrees. So oftentimes this word varying, you will see it with this next word degree. And degree can mean how serious, like very, very serious, or very high degree, or not very serious can be like very low degree. But varying degree can mean everyone experiences something maybe just very high or very low or in the middle or somewhere, but it's changing. Okay. And next, unbearable. Everyone, can we say unbearable?
Unbearable.
Good. So last time we talked about the word bear, and bear meant to hold or to support something. And if something is unbearable, it means that you cannot hold it, you cannot support it, it's too much. Yeah, it is unbearable. And so in Thailand, sometimes during the summer, people might say the heat is unbearable. And I cannot take it anymore. It's too hot. It is unbearable. Okay, everyone, can we read this sentence?
The
The
heat
heat
is unbearable.
Very good. One more time, can we say unbearable?
Unbearable.
Very good. Great job. And so here, emotional suffering of varying degrees throughout their lives, from mild displeasure, so mild means just a little bit, to gravely unbearable pain. Unbearable means pain and you cannot take it anymore. Unbearable. Okay. And next is subject. Everyone, can we say subject?
Subject.
Good. And this should be subject to, because it means that you are going to be affected by something, or something is going to be subject to or affected by something. So for example, I was subject to harsh punishment when I was incarcerated. Maybe this person is, maybe he is incarcerated and his punishment is to be hit by this thing. And so he is subject to this harsh punishment. So subject to we can use if you are affected by something. Okay, everyone, can we read this sentence?
I was subject to harsh punishment when I was incarcerated.
Good. One more time, can we say subject?
Subject.
Good. And so here he says, dukkha can keep arising as long as one remains subject to rebirth. So as long as one person, he is subject to rebirth, or he is affected by this rebirth process, this dukkha will keep happening. And only when he can stop the rebirth or stop being subject to rebirth, then can he stop the dukkha. Okay. Anyone have any questions about our vocabulary or the reading? Okay, everyone. So let's see if we can talk about our own thoughts about this, the first noble truth, the dukkha. And so I just want to know, what are your thoughts about suffering, emotional or physical suffering? And are you suffering now, or are we all suffering now? Do you have anything you want to say about suffering? How about, like, if we are, can we can we ever stop suffering? If we have all of our money and we're not hungry and we feel very comfortable, can we say that we have stopped suffering?
Uh, พี่ธิดาก็ได้ค่ะ ก่อนก็ได้ค่ะ
No. You first, please.
Sorry about suffering. I am suffering because I suffer from some like mental illness. So long time ago, I have to use past tense, right? I was suffering, but nowadays I learn and like I read the book from the Dhammas and they taught me how to handle or overcome that suffering. So I think I don't know what to say or share because nowadays I'm a happy girl. So long time ago I was suffer from work like mental illness from cannot handle a relationship and work and life and busy like a bee but don't understand why so stressed. But nowadays everything okay. So not story in detail. Yeah ค่ะ พี่ธิดา
Thank you, Pear. I don't think that all the material wealth can help people from suffering, can help people escape from suffering because it's different point, I think, and because even the world richest people, their desire are boundless. Even they have $1 million, they want more. They always want more, want to have more. But from my experience, I have to say that I'm not happy with my life before. But when I learn more about the law of karma, which said that you receive all the consequences from your own action. What you have today is from the consequence of your past deeds. And there are a lot more detail in the teaching in Buddhism. And after I understand that, I start to be more satisfied with my life and I start to plan ahead. So if I do good in this life or just today, maybe tomorrow, next week, next month, I will all my deeds, all my good deeds will bear fruit in the positive way. So I think this is the way to reduce our suffering in life, in my opinion. Thank you.
Very good. Great job, Tita. Used a lot of our vocabulary too. Great job.
Thank you.
Excellent. Let's see, anyone else? You know, sometimes I think I'm so lucky that we can look and see people around us that don't have the things that we have, and we can feel like, oh, I'm so lucky that I have the things that I have. But then the opposite, we can look at other people and we can say, oh, I wish I had his job, or I wish I had the money, or I wish I had something. And just one moment ago we felt like, oh, I'm not suffering, but now I see something that I want and now I'm suffering. You're someone else's wealth can make us feel suffering because we want something. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jen, I would like to share. What are your thoughts about suffering? I think suffering is happen to everyone in this world, especially emotional and physical, because we have body and mind. So the body is mean physical body, and the mind is mean sometimes emotional when we feel something that have some negative feeling. And right now, are you suffering now? For me, not. But I see someone that feel suffer in some conflict or the COVID-19 or some heartbroken with someone that they love. And sometimes I give the wisdom or dhamma to the people that can make they feel free from all suffering, feel free or danger, and they can know how to live a good life again.
Good, great job, Namitron. Excellent. Okay. Next question. Yeah, so we talked a little bit about this. Does everyone experience suffering? Do you think some people experience less or more or the same amount of suffering? Because sometimes we might think, oh, you know, this rich person, maybe he doesn't suffer this as much as me. But maybe we don't know. We don't know what other people feel. And maybe they feel the same things that we have. Maybe they also want things that they don't have, or maybe they have some problems with their family. You know, what do you think? Do you think everyone experience suffering?
I think about some people experience less or the same or more than. From my opinion, I think it's about the law of karma. If you are like, I believe in the Buddha teaching, the law of karma. If we done good thing and collect the merit, the good merit, more and more, the next life of me is should be happy, like happy ending, rich, have a good friend, good boss, surrounding with a good environment. But some people not, or face a problem, obstacle because they done the bad things. I think it's a law of karma. I believe in this, and everyone should experience suffering. Just compare from what they have done, and it's a choice and law of karma. This is my opinion.
Very good. Thanks, Pear.
I think people have different varying degree of suffering, because some may know how to deal with that problem, but some might not. I have heard a monk say that there are two kinds of problems. One is the problem that we can solve immediately. The second one is the problem that we have to wait for time to solve it. So if the problem can be solved immediately, just do it right away and you will feel relief. And if you have the problem, the second type of problem, you have to know that you have to wait. If we understand and accept it like this, we will have less suffering in life. But if some kind of people, they don't learn, they don't understand, they don't seek for knowledge, they will have more suffering in their life, I think.
Yeah, it's very good. I like your example with the two types of problems. Yeah, if you can't do anything about the problem, you might feel it's easy to get angry about or to worry about some problems that cannot be solved. Like in our passage, they talked about some political situation or legal situation. And sometimes if you think, well, there's nothing I can do to change it, then you might feel better if you know that if you can accept it, because there's nothing you can do to change it.
Okay, I would like to share my opinion. I think my Lomha Tata said everyone born with suffering, like when you hungry, thirsty, about six things I can't remember. Hungry, thirsty, hot, so cold, hot weather, cold weather. Everyone around us is a suffering thing, but I think less or more is depends on what you like solve that problem and what you accept it from the environment around you and how to adapt yourself with the thing happen. Yes, thank you.
Very good. Yeah, I like the word adapt. Adapt yourself. Very good.
Okay. I would like to share. I think everyone have some different suffering, depend on the people, each other, because we are the different from the language, from the religion, but we are the same in this world, like the human being. We must to confront with the suffering all the time when we were young, like the children, and some suffering is will happen all the challenge every age, like the middle age, teenager, adults, or get older, that have the different suffering. And from the Buddha teaching, he teaches us about like the foundation, Four Noble Truths that he discovered after he attained enlightenment. And for Noble Truth, it starts with the suffering. It means unhappiness that happened to everyone. And he would like to out of from the suffering, it can find the cause of the suffering. And then if we can find the cause of suffering, we can find a way to out of suffering. And if we can find the way out of suffering, we can have the happiness again, or the cause. And then we will understand about the life, understand the way to have the some happy. Thank you.
Very good. That was wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay. And so let's see what. So he says this Pali word means the arising and staying of suffering, and dukkha can keep arising as long as one remains subject to rebirth. Those who cease to be subject to rebirth also cease to be subject to dukkha. So I'm just curious if the goal of your practice is to eventually stop the rebirth process, maybe finding enlightenment. Is this the goal? Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's not your goal. Maybe your goal is to first fix your karma.
I think หลวงพี่ should answer this question.
Okay, me, right?
You first ค่ะหลวงพี่
Okay. For the question, is the goal of your practice to eventually stop the rebirth process by becoming an arahant? Okay, it's like the way that if we can practice meditation every day until we have some supreme state of mind like the Buddha nature. Maybe one day, maybe in the someday, but we practice every day. And from the Arahant, it means the one who free from defilement, like the greed, hatred, and delusion, and have the very pure mind. It's like something that very deep to explain. But if to explain about something that easy, like every time that we practice meditation, every moment it can reach to it can call the peaceful mind that we can reduce about some defilement like the hatred, delusion, and greed, because when we practice meditation, it can bring the mind back to the center. And when we bring the mind back to the center, it means we don't have conflict with other people. We just stay with ourselves. And if you see some water, sometimes if the water have a lot of salt, it means it just take time to let the salt sink down to the bottom. Like the meditation, sometimes we have many problems. We have some problem with someone, have some greed, hatred, and delusion. And when we still the mind, or the still is the key to success. When we still the mind will be purified again, and can lead to the way to achieve the Buddha nature.
Very good. Thank you so much. That was great. That was great. Yeah, we have to keep practicing meditation. Keep practicing meditation. It will bring us to the supreme state of mind. That was very good. Great job.
I think in human's life, we have short-term goal, we have long-term goal, and we have ultimate goal. Being to stop in the rebirth process. I think this is the ultimate goal for all Buddhists, no matter what. But I chose this path because along the path we were taught to doing good deed physically and mentally, avoid all bad deeds, and purify our mind by meditation practice. And I think with this path, our life will be better. And eventually, we don't know how long or how far we can go, but I think we should first select the right path for ourselves first.
Very good. Yeah, great job. So maybe, yeah, like you said, this is the ultimate goal, but there are many other benefits on the road to this goal, or on the journey to this ultimate goal. There are many benefits. Great job.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see. We have, does anyone want to talk about what kind of suffering do you struggle with most often? Is there anything you want to share? Let's see. If I have to think about something that I suffer with most often, I think it's maybe not being content. Everywhere I am, I feel like I should be doing something. Like I should be doing something else with my life. And maybe that's what I struggle with most often. And I know it's a problem of mine. It's a problem, but it's something that I suffer with.
For me at this moment, as I practice meditation for quite many years, and now I learned that to improve my practice, I should have a very neutral feeling along the day. Not only try to practice when I sit down to meditate and close my eyes to meditate, but during the day, you have to be very neutral. You have to be very calm in any situation. And that is my struggle. It may be not kind of suffering, but it's my struggle right now. It's something that I have to practice very hard, because when we work, we have to think a lot, and it's sometimes stressful. Without we notice it, and it's carry in our mind. So learning that we have to keep our mind still and be neutral in any situation. It's quite hard, I think, for me right now. It's my struggle for me right now. หลวงพี่นมิตรคะ do you have any advice for me?
What the question again?
When I work during the day, I try to keep my mind still, or at least neutral, not pay too much attention at work, and I try to be sabai. I try to keep my sabai feeling. Yes, comfortable feeling. I try to maintain my good mood all day long, but I couldn't.
Okay.
Do you have any advice for me, please?
Yeah, I have some advice, like a little bit advice. Just focus in something like a little bit, not too much, but little bit, or something that you can achieve in your whole day. Either some small thing that can make you feel good, make you can maintain the happy feeling about your work, about your life, about your time. Just focus about the small thing, little bit, not to forget the whole.
So you mean that during the day when I have to shift my mind to something that make me happy?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
For a short moment.
Like if the whole day that have the 24 hour, right? Yeah. But have some part in the morning.
8 working hours.
8 hour, yes.
Okay.
In the morning, and then in the afternoon, and then in the evening. Just forget like the 3 parts, but can forget about the morning, and then after that, like the moment by moment. And if you feel down or feel something that make you feel unhappy, just let it go and focus again. Yeah, and I just heard about หลวงพ่อธรรมชโย he practiced meditation 2 times. One he opened the eyes, and then he closed the eye. So it can apply to every aspect of life.
สาธุค่ะค่ะ Thank you so much ค่ะหลวงพี่ You try.
Good. Great job. Anyone else want to talk about your suffering?
I would like to try. Okay, for the suffering that sometimes make I stuck in like the lost someone or something that I love. example, lost a grandfather, and I understand, oh, human is not have the long age. Sometimes we don't know when we die. And for the something like some material that I use is every day, like the smartphone. Actually, it can happen to me 3 days ago in the last night, and then when I woke up in the morning, I just bring the smartphone to check the clock all the time, and what will happen? It cannot open. Actually, it have the battery, but when I look, oh, what will happen to my smartphone? Because have many things that's very important, like the good memory that I took the photo with some aspect of my life during the time that I do something, and I took the photo to keep it like the memory. But right now it's like a broken.
Yeah.
Everything that disappear. But what I do, what I should to do, I just accept first, because everything that impermanent, one day is broken. It can compare about the life of someone also. We never know. Don't have some signal to show us. Don't have some signal. If the Facebook that have 2 years ago, 10 years ago, but for the life, don't have some signal. And I just bring the smartphone to give to someone, or to send the shop to fix it, and don't cry anymore, but just take time and wait for the way for solving the problem. And it can happen to everyone when we lost someone or something that we love, that we take time for use it. And when we lost, just accept and understand everything that happen up and down. It can have the emotion sometimes, but if we can maintain the state of mind in the neutral way, not too much, not too less, or the middle way, it can make everyone understand how to handle the emotion, the feeling when we feel down. Thank you.
Very good, Namanchan. I love your story. I wish someday to be as strong as you. If my phone is broken, I think it might ruin my life for 1 month.
I will cry first.
and from that moment, or from my story, you can see the some solution like the backup, cloud, something like that.
Yeah.
When we lost the phone, we don't cry that the phone broken, but we cry because the memory that have valuable.
This is the kind of suffering that Long Pi struggle most often, right?
Sometimes.
Now, today we got like a Dhamma part, useful part from Long Pi already, like a useless. For me, I suffering from painful, like my neck, my back, and getting old every day. It's joking. It's my suffering.
Right.
Now about compare with the suffering from Long Pi. For me, I just getting up early without try, just easy, not compare.
Good. Great job, everyone. Okay. Okay, everyone. Any questions about our discussion, our topic? Okay. There was one part of this of our passage where he used this phrase take on, and actually when I was thinking about this phrase take on, I started to think about all the different ways how we use this word take in English, and so I combined everything together so we can look at all the different ways we use take and some examples. I know we're running out of time, so I can make it quick. But so take on means to be willing or ready to meet your adversary. This can be like your enemy or your opponent can be take on. So I am ready to take on, and I'll give you some examples. Take away can mean to remove something or a meal to go. So we can order a meal for takeaway. And take back. So take back can mean to take something back from someone that you previously had, or to return something to a store. We would use this phrase take back. Or take down can mean to remove something from a higher place or disassemble something. And take off can mean to leave or can mean to remove clothes. So you can say take off your socks or take off your shoes or take off your gloves, but can also mean to we can use take off to leave. So we could say, hey, I have to take off in 5 minutes, or my plane will take off soon. Take out can mean to bring someone to a meal, like a date. If you take someone out to dinner, can also mean to remove. If you take something out, like if you spill something in your food and then you have to take out that something. But this can also mean meal to go, and we use it the same way we use take away. We can also take out or take away can also mean meal to go. And take over means to assume responsibility or to control. To control over something can be to take over. And to take care, it means to help someone when they are sick or when they are not okay. And take apart can mean to disassemble something, just like take down can mean to disassemble, take down or take apart. We can look at some examples that I have here. So I am ready to take on this challenge. Or how many opponents can you take on? Or take this away from me. Or can I get this meal for takeaway? Are you finished with my computer? I need to take it back. I need to take my phone back. It's broken. I need to take off in 5 minutes. And please take off your shoes before entering. Can I take you out to lunch? I don't like vegetables. I'm going to take them out. Can you help me take down this Christmas decoration? I'm going to take over for my boss while he is on vacation. I'm sorry that you have a headache. Let me take care of you. And can you help me take apart my car? So all of these examples I will include in our review, and I'll include the definition and the meanings, so you can practice if you want. Do you have any questions? Anyone have any questions about today, vocabulary, the phrase take?
I have some question
Sure.
about the vegetable, or you
Yeah.
can say vegetable or vegetable.
Normally, because when we spell the word, it looks like vegetable, but actually, when we pronounce this word, we just say vegetable.
Vegetable.
Yeah, vegetable. But the spelling looks like vegetables. But I think we kind of cut the E out when we speak, just vegetables.
Vegetable.
Yeah.
Like the comfortable.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. Comfortable. Comfortable looks like comfortable, but we just cut out the extra letter, comfortable. Very good.
Do you have take two? I'm not sure about this one. Take
Oh,
two.
yeah, you're right. You're right. Also have take two. Yeah, so take two can be like time number two. Like when in Hollywood or when you're making a movie, they might say take one, take two, take three. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry. Do you have two is like a TO, not number two. Do you have
Oh,
this?
yeah.
also?
You're right. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Yeah, you're right. Take two. Can you take me to, or I can take you to this location or this place, or he took me to, or she took me to. Yeah, to take someone means
To somewhere like this.
Yeah,
Like
to bring someone or to go somewhere with someone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like if you can say, oh, I took my friend on vacation. So that might mean that if you took your friend, we would think that you, Jenny, you are driving, or maybe you are paying, or somehow you are in control of the situation. If you say, I took them to some place, we think, oh, Jenny is paying or driving, or her idea or something to take to. Okay, everyone, we can finish. I'll include all of our words and the meanings and our phrases today and the reading in our review, okay? Okay. Any other questions? Anything else? Okay, we can finish with this chant. One moment, coming soon.
Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantang Abhivatemi. Buddho Minato, the Buddha is my refuge. Sawakato Bhagavata Dhammo, Dhammang Namasami. Dhammo Minato, the Dhamma is my refuge. Supatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho, Sangham Namami. Sangho Minato, the Sangha is my refuge.
Okay, everyone. See you next time. So nice to see you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Nice to bye-bye.
Thank you,
นมัส
teacher.
การค่ะหลวงพี่
Thank you everyone. Rejoice in everyone marriage.
สาธุ
ทุกค่ะ